Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to American Defender. Please forgive me throughout this video. I am dealing with bronchitis right now, but I wanted to get this video made while everything is still fresh in between my ears. Okay? So, today what we're going to talk about is, we're going to start a little series here, and it's making your Parrot Bebop 2 last forever. Alright? I have a Parrot Bebop 2 drone. I love it. It's right here. Right there. All right. You can pick these up now really dirt cheap. Parrot hasn't supported these drones for a very long time. And because of that, it's up to the owners to be able to do repairs. Okay. And so I'm going to show you some ways to really, make them last a long time. At least things that are within your control. Of course, number one is don't crash it. Okay, so we're going to talk batteries today, chargers, and how this little guy right here is the answer to everything. Okay. Now, I tried very, very hard to find all of this information in one place, and it doesn't exist in just one place, one video. It doesn't exist. So this is kind of a culmination of information that other people have given through several different videos, and I'm just putting it in one spot. So it's just like, here, one video covers the whole thing. Okay. We cannot buy new Parrot Bebop 2 batteries. Not from Parrot. We have to get stuff like this DZH battery off of Amazon. Okay. And then there's another battery called like a GG or something like that. But bottom line is this. These batteries cannot be charged using the factory Bebop 2 charger. You cannot do it. It's not safe to do. The factory Bebop 2 charger, even though it says on the charger 12.6 volts, 3.5 amp max output, all right, that charger works with the BEC in the factory Parrot battery, all right. Also, that charger has the ability to overcharge cells, right? And I even believe that there's another charger out there for the Bebop 2 Power, this is a Bebop 2 Power battery right here. There's another charger out there that'll actually, instead of going 12.6 volts and 3.5 amps, it'll do 13 point something volts, well, I can just look at it right here, 13.05 and 5.025 amps. It has a higher charge rate. So why is this important? Well, it's important because, and why there's a difference, is this power battery here, the Parrot Power battery, the Bebop 2 Power battery, if I want to say this the correct way, is a lithium high voltage battery, or an LIHV, all right? And that means that each individual cell is charged to 4.5 volts, as opposed to the 4.2 volts that is in a normal LiPo battery. So again, saying the same different thing 5 different ways. Parrot battery charger, aftermarket LiPo battery, bad idea. Just remember it that way. Okay. So how do we get past all of this? And how can we also make it to where these batteries last longer, not only per flight, but have a longer life than what these batteries had? We have to make a balanced charger adapter, and we have to just stop using the Parrot charger altogether. All right. This is the key right here to freedom with the Parrot Bebop 2. All right. This is the key. What this is, and there's 2 ways you can do this, okay? You can do it the way I did it, which is going to be tedious, upsetting, and waste a lot of time. You can take your factory charger cord, dissect it, and try to get this connector out of there. All right. Or you can just go to mouseelectronics.com, pay $5.46, and buy the FX30A. I think it's a 3.8 or 3.3, something like that. It's $5.46. Okay. But buy the connector from Mouser Electronics and just build off of a brand new one. That's the way I suggest going about having used the original plug and knowing what to expect. Just buy a new plug. Because you're going to have to go in, if you don't buy the new plug, you're going to have to cut the cord off the end of this. You're going to have to take a box cutter, and you're going to have to cut the crap out of the rubber that this thing is molded in. All right. Now, I don't know about older versions of it. They might be hard plastic. This one might be a newer drone, and they might have changed something. I don't know, because there's different variations of this as time goes on. But this one was molded into the rubber. All right, so I had to sit there real carefully, surgically, and cut this thing out. And I still ended up breaking off a couple of the terminals on the back and having to solder them together and do a little microsurgery on the plug. But I effectively got it done and got it right, and it works. Okay, so just start with a new plug. All right, so with that being said, what else would we need? Well, again, FX30 connector. All right, a JST balance plug for a 3S battery, and an XT60 connector, or whatever your favorite connector is going to be on these two pieces of 16 gauge wire. You don't really need to go any bigger than 16 gauge. That's plenty enough. Okay. We're going to need a soldering iron, some shrink tubing, a heat gun. All right. Some solder. I would also highly suggest, if you don't have one already, that you invest in all of that stuff, but you also get a little tool known as helping hands. You can get them at Harbor Freight. They're worth the $6. Okay. And it's just a magnifying glass and a couple of alligator clips, and it'll help you hold things together, and it'll just make it to where you could use both your hands to do your soldering. And it makes the world so much easier. Okay. And then if you're half blind like me, you could flip down that magnifying glass when you're doing really fine soldering, and it just makes it better. So you're going to want all of that stuff. Also, as far as a soldering iron goes, there's a lot of soldering irons that are decent out there on Amazon. The ones that I do not suggest that you use are the ones that just come in the little package, little red ones, the stick style, that do not have a control box on them. You get them at Walmart and Home Depot. I don't suggest those. The little 30 waters or 15 waters, I don't suggest them. The reason I don't suggest them is when it comes to this fine braid silver 16 AWG wire, they are awful. All right, they're awful for it. I got one that has the controls and everything on it. It was about $30. It's worth the money. It saves the headache, and it'll make the job cleaner, better, and faster in the long run. It pays for itself in the end. Okay, so get all your tools put together. When you have all your tools put together and you're ready to do this, here we go. All right. All right, so you've got your XT60s and everything. Let's talk about JST connectors a little bit deeper here. Now, there's an industry standard. Let me sit up here. My chair's all lopsided right now. There's an industry standard when it comes to these colors for each one of these wires. But you'll notice on mine I have one red wire and the rest are black. And like if you look at pictures and photos online of people doing this, well, what you'll discover is that everybody's got colored JST connectors because they're using industry standard connectors and not these knockoff ones off of Amazon. Okay. So what I'm going to do is tell you this color combination, and I'm going to suggest that you listen to a song, because this song will put this in your brain. And it is a song from back when I was in 3rd grade going to Eastside Christian Academy. And the song went like this. There was a part of the song that went red, yellow, black, and white. All right. It went like that. However, when it comes to your JST connector, you're going to sing it in your head like this. Red, yellow, white, and black. All right. Red, yellow, white, black. And if you notice, if I flip this over, I've even marked it. All right, so there's white. And you can kind of see down there's my yellow right there. All right, so red, yellow, white, and black. All right, that's how I remembered that. It's goofy as shit, but it works. All right, it works. And so red, yellow, white, black. All right. Remember that. Ingrain that in your head. All right, because it's the same on these plugs, on these 3S plugs every time. Red, yellow, white, black. Red, yellow, white, black. All right. All right. The other thing you want to do is you want to label your connector and your battery. All right. So these connectors can only go into these batteries one direction. So there's a top and there's a bottom. There's a left and there's a right. Okay. They will not, if I turn this upside down, so I've got it right side up, right? If I turn this around like this, it will not go in there, but it will absolutely go in that way. And you'll know, you can tell that also by, if you look at the sides, there's a groove going on the side of the connector on both sides. All right. So they are a one-way plug. If you are looking at the plug going from the right to the left, like we're speaking Hebrew, all right, the color orientation on this plug, right to left, is red, black, yellow, white. One more time. Red, black, yellow, white. That is how it needs to be hooked up. Okay? Red, black, yellow, white. That is how it this JST plug needs to be hooked to here. Okay? Your XT60 plug, red and black. Red's positive, black's negative. All right? So now that I've explained all of that, here's kind of the diagram. Now this one I kind of screwed up on. I'll show you on this side maybe. All right, so red, all right, comes down, XT60. Black, XT60, but then it also goes down to the very last plug on your JST. Yellow is to yellow, white is to white. All right, that's how that goes. All right, maybe we'll do it this way so you can maybe see it better. Okay, so red, black, all right, red, black, all right, yellow, white. All right, that's all there is to it. Remember, before making a connection, to put your shrink tubing on to the wire and slide it down away from the joint before you make the joint. All right, and make your solder very minimal. The connections on the back of this FX30 connector are very weird, very small connections. Okay, they're literally just blades that slide. There's two blades on each, or one side on each blade. There's two blades in total that slide in to the mouth of each one of these little slots. All right, you can kind of see them in there. There's a blade on each side. And then on the back, it just has two little itty bitty, teeny tiny little connectors sticking out that are really no bigger than the size of this wire. All right. The way to go ahead and solder this on a new connector is to follow this. All right. Again, red, black, yellow, white. Follow that. Correspond it with this down here. All right. Red, yellow, white, black. Correspond those two. And put your balance plug, solder all those to the bottom set. Because again, like I said, it'll look like this at you. Okay. So put all your balances on the bottom, tongs, tines, whatever, all the way straight across on there. And then up at the top, you can put your big heavy duty wires and put them on red and black. All right. And again, going to reiterate, don't forget your heat shrink tubing. Okay. Once you get all of that on there, now there's some folks out there that use Molex connectors, and they'll drill holes in them and glue them on there. If you want to go the route that I did and just use hot glue, you can do it. It's just as stable. It'll work just fine. And then I don't have any big 40 millimeter or 35 millimeter even heat shrink tube to put around this, but put some heat shrink tube around it if you can, and you're good to go. And your plug is good. After you're done, do your continuity check between each connection, make sure it's going where it needs to go before you plug it in. That's a big one. That's very important, urgent. Do your continuity check, and then go plug it in and charge it. There it is. You're done. All right. And now it doesn't matter what battery you've got, what the chemistry is. It doesn't matter. You can charge it up. And that is one way that you can make your Parrot Bebop 2 last forever. All right. With that, I'm out of here. Thank you for watching. Hit like if you like this kind of stuff. If there's anything from, hey, someone liked us. If there's anything you want to know about the Parrot Bebop 2 that I can help you with, please let me know down in the comments. Like, subscribe, follow, and I will see you on the flip. Bye now.